Welcome back, guys, to the Max Out Show. I'm so excited you joined me today because today's topic is how to relax according to science. Now, this is more important than ever before because, with all this COVID-19 thing going around, there's more stress and more anxiety and more people in the state of fight or flight where essentially they're hijacked by the negative emotions than ever before. So many people frustrated, angry, fearful, resentful, whatever it is, right? And so in the state where essentially your brain is hijacked by those fears, by those anxieties, by those frustrations, your ability to make good decisions, your ability to be positive and happy and joyful, your ability to stick to good intentions, your ability to be a good person, to interact with other people in a positive way is severely interfered with. And so it's really important to learn how to get from the state of fight or flight, where there's so much anxiety and stress, into a more relaxed and calm state of mind where you're actually able to really become calm and aware again of who you truly want to be and live from that purpose and live from who you actually want to show up as every single day of your life. So hugely important topic today, guys, and especially because there's so much misinformation and misunderstanding as to what actually helps us relax in life. So what the American Psychological Association has found is that the activities that most people engage in order to relax from, be it a stressful day at work, be it a lot of studying, be it a hard workout for any athletes out there, the strategies that most people use to relax are just plain and utterly detrimental to your ability to truly relax. So the things that most people actually engage in are these dopamine seeking activities. Things like eating junk food, smoking, drinking, taking drugs, watching, TV, playing video games, hang out on Instagram and Facebook or TikTok or whatever it is. People seek these dopamine releasing activities. They make them feel really, really, really good in the moment, right? Because it's this almost this firework in our brain going off, right? Oh my gosh, I got another 5 likes on Instagram and feels amazing. The problem is that 2 minutes later, you have this crash. And so we get addicted to these technologies, right? These technologies are literally designed to get you addicted, to get you hooked, just spending as much time as possible on these things without actually making you relaxed. And so we keep seeking these stimuli. We keep eating our junk food. We keep hanging out on Instagram to see how many more likes can we get? How much more novelty can we get into our brains, right? How much can we, set off these fireworks in our brain? And so it feels really exciting. And we think that we're relaxing. We think we're recovering mentally and physically from these things. But what's actually happening is we're simply hijacking our brains and addicting our brains to these technologies and to these things, to that food, to those substances, whatever it is, without truly calming down and relaxing and rejuvenating our ability to fully be there, to fully be alive in the moments that matter most. And this is really what this episode is about. It's about becoming more alive in those moments that matter most by controlling your recovery period. Because all of life is a stop and go, right? It's a go, go, go hard, and then recover, recover, recover hard. You can't always go. You can't always go super hard without ever taking a break to recover. In fact, I had Dr. Anders Ericsson on the show a couple of weeks ago, the world's leading expert on what actually makes the best of the best in the world. Whether it be doctors or athletes or entrepreneurs or musicians, whatever it is. And what he has found is that, yes, on the one hand, the best of the best in the world, they spend an extraordinary amount of time practicing. They spend more time than anybody else actually developing their skills. But on the other side, what allows them to do that practice is they're better at recovering than almost anybody else. They sleep a lot more than anybody else. They take a lot more active breaks than anybody else. They really take care of their mind and body so that they're able to perform and practice when it matters most in a fully charged state, rather than just being able to give them half of it because they're just not really relaxed. And so according to American Psychological Association, the activities that are most powerful in actually helping us rejuvenate and relax are things like meditation and exercise and spending time with friends and loved ones. It's getting a massage. It's creating anything, any creative pursuit out there, right? If you're an artist, if you're a musician, if you just, love doing gardening, whatever it is, doing these intrinsically fueled pursuits of bringing outside our greatness and our gifts and our joy and our talents into the world, those are really the things that allow us to truly relax Maybe it's just reading a good book. Maybe it's really learning something new that you haven't learned before. But it's really less of a dopamine seeking approach, and it is more of an approach of truly seeking and developing fulfillment and joy in our lives, connections with other people. And so what these activities do is they don't give us these quick hits of dopamine, but rather they increase actually what's shown serotonin, GABA, which are happiness neurotransmitters. So specifically serotonin is most commonly used in antidepressant drugs because it actually helps us lift our mood and positivity and joy in life. Oxytocin is also released, especially if you're working with other people, if you're connecting with your friends, if you have to share a good meal with a loved one. Oxytocin, this love hormone, as it's oftentimes called, is released. And so these things don't give you, the short-term reward over just 2 minutes. They actually make you feel good over the long run of their, over hours and days even oftentimes. And so this is really important, guys, this distinction right here. Because while the dopamine-fueled activities, they make you feel good for 2 minutes, afterwards, they make you feel like crap. Afterwards, after watching that 5-hour, the Netflix marathon, how do you feel? Usually not very relaxed, usually not very good, usually not very proud of the fact that you just wasted 5 hours of your life, but you feel anxious. Oh my gosh, you feel terrible. You beat yourself up. But not so with the activities that truly fuel relaxation and recovery in our lives, guys. And so this is just a little rant, guys, going on about this because it's such an important key, and it's such a topic of misunderstanding for most people out there that simply haven't heard about the science here, because it's so easy to fall into this trap of believing that those dopamine fueled activities of eating junk food and watching movies will actually relax you. They won't. According to science, they actually won't relax you. In fact, they will only be a detrimental influence on your mental and oftentimes even physical health. And so it's so important to understand this and to start applying, the right activities for relaxation in your life. Because the more you can relax in those downtimes, the more you can maybe even take short naps, the more you can meditate, the more you can exercise, the more you can recover yourself in those off times, the more alive you are in those on times, the more alive and fully, there and present and excited and energetic and electrified you are when it matters most, when it's time to compete, when it's time to show up for your family and your friends, when it's time to give that presentation at work. The only way you're going to show up as your best self in those moments is when you've taken the time to relax and recover afterwards, guys. So that was today's rant. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. If you did, hit the subscribe button below if you haven't done so to get these daily episodes. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.